introduction. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Duff Pickem AllStars. We're starting a little bit late.
Recording?
I am now recording. There's the Commish, there's Groady, there's Icehouse, there's Skinnnns. And I'd like to say, I think we've actually really become a podcast now. So if you're listening to us via other mechanisms that I'm currently unaware of how we are broadcasting things, welcome to the Duff Pickem AllStars, where we talk about Pick'em and all of that, things that might help your fantasy football week come to fruition. We're doing a Pick'em thing. As you could tell from part of my screen as of right now, that you can see the Zoom thing. Let me just bring up one other thing on here, because ultimately I have to bring, oh no. Okay, so I can't edit this part out. Hang on a second here. Let's just go to. Why did I do this on the other screen? So we have an around the horn thing that we also do. That's actually kind of fun. Once I actually have it loaded up right here, because I want to make sure that we recognize a couple of things here. First of all, did we already go through what happened last week?
Yeah.
With Icehouse being the winner, congratulations, Icehouse. Well done.
Thanks. I also made a lot of great points, so I deserve 100 points. Next.
I don't think you deserve 100 points. He's only going to go over one game, and so, which is, I assume, the Kansas City game. Oh, you did? All right, good.
Yes.
So we're going to start you off at minus 10. Okay. And now so the boss chose to go over Kansas City. Congratulations on your win. There we go. All right, and then now it's up to me. Washington, Arizona. Everyone's going, wow. I like wow. I think Washington's doing good. I think this is going to be a fun game, actually. I think this is going to be a really, really fun game. Everything's off. 10 points on. Wow.
Hey, there we go. You and I, 10 points together. Let's go.
All right. And we're the Chiefs.
One more fun fact about the game. Washington last night, both quarterbacks won the Heisman playing for the same college. And then now we have another Heisman rematch today.
Oh.
Kyler Murray versus Daniels.
No.
Nice.
So 2 weeks in a row, we get a Heisman versus Heisman matchup.
Yeah, that's fun.
That is
Actually,
fun.
one of the fun facts about last night's game, it was the first game since 1940 with no punts and no turnovers.
That was another one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That game was fun to watch. Washington is a fun team. Sorry, Austin Eckler, for being out with a concussion. That sucks. You did look awesome. I didn't know Austin Eckler was punt returning, so that was kind of a cool thing to see for that. As for Kansas City, I will go. Gosh, none of the spreads are actually kind of loaded, so I'm going to assume.
So you're just going to have to do max points on Kansas City.
No, I'll just do 3 points on Kansas City because I don't know much about this here. So
it's an 8-point spread in favor of Kansas right now.
Oh no, then we go for Los Angeles for 3. Go Chargers for this.
Perfect. Working out like a plan.
Right.
All right.
What's next on the list here, Commish?
It'll be me talking about Buffalo versus Baltimore Apple Core.
Whoa. What do you know?
Yeah, the Let's Go Buffalo train. I think it's in. Yeah, it's in Baltimore.
Yes.
So it is. Let's Go Buffalo is heading to Apple Core, Baltimore. Oh, well, let's see. They've met 11 total times in their history, with the Ravens currently holding a 6-5 lead. Buffalo has won the previous 2 matchups, including a playoff matchup back in 2021, where they held Baltimore in the playoffs to 3 points. In their careers, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have both been in the league at least the same amount of times to have played each other head-to-head. Only 3 times. Lamar Jackson currently has bested him twice out of those 3 times. The game is on Sunday night, in which I lost that. That's apparently gone. Buffalo has a pretty good, let's see, they were 11-4 leading into last night's game, or at least Josh Allen was in primetime game, so 12-4 now in the primetime Apparently, Sunday Night Football is not a stat that anyone wants to keep readily available on the interwebs. But on this short season so far, Lamar Jackson is leading his team with 702 passing yards, while Derrick Henry is actually leading the team in rushing yards with 281. The other side of the ball, you've got Josh Allen having 634 passing yards and James Cook with 188 on the ground. It's going to be interesting if Buffalo's run, which is what? Their rushing yards per game is 120. They're ranked 14th, which they're not worried about that because Baltimore's defense is dead last against the pass, giving up almost 300 yards per game at 291 yards. So I don't think they're too worried about that. And the reason being probably is because the rushing yards against Baltimore's number one. They are holding teams to 50 yards a game.
Oh, jeez.
So in 3 games, they've allowed 150 yards. And on their side of the ball, their passing attack is actually ranked higher than Buffalo's, and their rushing attack is ranked way higher. Which I'd like to know who's first, is they're second in the league, averaging 203 rushing yards per game. And apparently that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough for second. Who's got first?
Wow.
Time of possession also heavily in favor of Baltimore, as they've averaged 32 and a half minutes per game, so just over half the game, which is kind of funny because Buffalo has just about the other half of that. 28-30 is their time good enough for 24th. Neither one of them are pretty outstanding in sacks or interceptions. Thank you. But otherwise, let's see. It's in Baltimore. Home games. In the home games that they've played, Ravens are 5-2 against Buffalo, having lost most recently on the 2 years ago, almost to the date, October 2nd, by 3 points to Buffalo. Baltimore is the favorite. It was 2.5 yesterday, according to my current. They are still 2.5. So I'm going to go ahead and say, in spite of the fact that Baltimore not beat the crap out of, but handled Dallas rather steadily, Buffalo sure as hell laid the smackdown on Jacksonville last night. They're both coming off of big wins. I'm going to take Buffalo in this game, and I don't know how many points I'm going to have on it because all the odds are screwed up, and I don't have a count. Let's see, 1, 2... Buckle my shoe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is Baltimore a 2.5 point
8
favorites?
Yes.
So that's 8. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like I'm gonna have 9 points on Let's Go Buffalo.
9 points on Let's Go Buffalo. Take it in the next part of the list here because I've got to go back to my order here. So that would be Groady next.
Yes, sir. Oh, let's
Well done.
and field. Right now I got 11 points from Baltimore's way. I think it's definitely going to be probably a close game, and it might come down to whoever's got the ball left. I think if it stays at 2.5, I will stick with Baltimore. I don't see it climbing up, but if by some strange happenstance it does, I think I might take Buffalo. But
For now, you're sticking with 11 points on Baltimore?
Yes, sir.
That makes sense. Buffalo is out of control. They're just looking so good. I played Dalton Kincaid. Thank you, Buffalo, for saving my giving my tight end points. Tight end points are so few and far between, it seems, with this here. So I have to thank you for that. I am with the commish. I am going to go with Buffalo, and I am going to go with Dollar Yo on Let's Go Buffalo. Back up to Icehouse. Icehouse?
I am going with 9 on Buffalo. They've just
9.
been too hot. Like
9 on Buffalo, and then ending with the Skinnnns.
Yeah, Buffalo's been hot. Baltimore's been hot too. I like Buffalo. I like their rushing. They're going to be able to rush it. It'll be close. I think it's going to come down to a field goal, I bet. And I think Baltimore will edge them out at home with a 9. I got 9 on it. And then as a fun fact, who wants to guess who the team that has more rushing yards than the Ravens is?
Oh,
The Ravens have 610 rushing yards, and the one ahead of them at 612.
geez, I'm gonna guess
oh,
Philadelphia.
Correct answer is the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Surprising for that one there. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then before I hand it over, just one more housekeeping fact. The Commanders, how I mentioned the Heisman versus Heisman game.
Yeah.
7 of the Commanders' first 8 games will be Jaden Daniels versus another Heisman winner.
Oh,
Wow,
That's
wild.
if you believe Jameis Winston will be starting in Week 6.
that's a possibility.
For the Browns as well. But
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
otherwise,
yeah.
they have a total of 8 games this year of Jaden Daniels versus another Heisman winner, including 2 versus Devontae Smith and 1 versus King Henry.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Okay, so that's a kind of a split down between Buffalo and Baltimore. But next up on the list, Groady is going to be talking about the Chicago Bears hosting the Los Angeles Rams and a very knowledgeable Matt Stafford, who has been here before. Groady, what do you know about this?
Oh, well, Bears and Rams. A total of 96 times. The Bears currently leading the series with 54 wins to 39 losses, 3 ties. The last 3 games the Bears have played the Rams have won 2019, 2020 to 2021. So they haven't played each other in a few years. Right now, I think because it's a home game, it's got the Bears favored by 1.5, and a lot of that's probably got to do with the injuries that have sustained the Rams. I didn't give them a shot last week against a much better team in the 49ers, but I mean, against divisional games, so maybe kind of throw that out there.
Yeah, wow. That was a wow game. That was like a very much fun game to watch. More fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I would have thought the Bears versus Colts would have been a get-right game for the Bears to look better and hopefully be better. Defense continues to look good. Obviously, the offense continues to struggle, even as well as Caleb Williams looked, throwing for the rookie record for the Bears for I think 365 yards.
63.
Finally got his first touchdown, which I thought was stupid that it went to a Roma Dunze, because now you have one ball between the both of them to share for their both first touchdown as a Bear.
Yeah, no kidding.
When I heard about it, it actually kind of made me mad, because I feel like he openly said it. I think it was like before the season started that he wanted his first touchdown to go to Roma Dunze. So I feel like it's something that they've been trying to do, which I think is kind of silly. Where it's like, dude, just score points. Like you before the season started said, "Oh, the Bears aren't going to be punting much. We've been punting the ball a lot, man." So, but yeah, the sad part too is that one of the guys in my work who is a big football fan. He goes, if the Colts really wanted to win that game, all they had to do was bench Anthony Richardson, throw Joe Flacco out there, and they win the game. If Joe Flacco's out there, the throws that Anthony Richardson missed on multiple plays, he would have just shredded the Bears defense, and they would have won that game handily. They really were only in the game because Anthony Richardson wasn't, he's overthrowing guys, obviously, through pick. The Bears defense continues to keep them in games, which is great because they're going to need that all year. I think that will help them this week with the Rams. I think not having to make a game plan to stop Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua is good. I think that Bears can probably learn a lot from last week against the 49ers game on how to kind of control the Rams. It's at home. I got to think there's, obviously going to be some electricity in the building. I will be at this game as well. So I'm really hoping they win because last year when I went to the Raiders game with, I think it was either Tyson Beach's first start or second start, they won. I mean, obviously he wasn't the reason why they won the game, but they won that game pretty handily against the Raiders. So I think they can do it again on Sunday and hopefully get themselves back in the win column. I have 5 points on the Bears, despite it being a lower spread. I just don't have faith, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have a higher spread point on this. I don't know. After last week against the Colts that you could have won. It's just not. It's not a good team right now offensively.
Yeah, I would agree with that there. Awesome stats with that. So yeah, looking at this, it's no wonder as well also with everything that you said that only 34% of people are going with Chicago right now. I think even Chicago fans kind of are watching these games with a little bit of we're hopeful. We are hopeful fans, but at the same exact time, this offensive line needs to start helping out the rest of the offense. I mean, it's just the goal line work and during that game was hard to listen to with Jeff Joniak on the radio. And then I actually saw it later on and I was just, oh gosh, like that's what they're seeing. That was harsh. Um, I believe I heard today that Cooper Kupp is going to be out this game. So he is not playing, and that's going to be a good sign for the Bears defense that we have less work that we have to do. I have not heard about Puka Nacua yet, so I'm going to assume that he is in. Um, but I am also hoping the Rams are so down on their offensive line. Granted, they were able to stop Brock Purdy and his squad, but at the same exact time, now we're talking about a mean Bears defense that has proven themselves out. I am going to lean on the hopefulness that the fans of Chicago can also help with this with the home game. I am going to go with Chicago, but I am with you, Groady. I'm not feeling that confident in this. I will join you with a 5 points on Chicago. Icehouse.
I got 7 on the Rams.
7 on the Rams. Skinnnns.
Yeah, it's tough to trust Chicago, even though they're going against a Washington Commanders-esque defense this week. It's still give me the team getting the points, and so I got 10 on the Rams.
10 on the Rams. Tiebreaker for this going to the commish. What do you got?
11 on the Rams.
11 on the Rams. That's God. You don't sound happy doing that as well, but it's the smart. It does feel
Well, I
smart.
mean, would you be happy that you're betting against your team's favored? If the Bears were the underdogs, like I'd feel more comfortable. Like, okay, they're gonna lose the game, but maybe it's by less than whatever the spread is, so they beat it. But
yeah, exactly.
like, they're fucking favored. Like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
sorry. I mean, granted, as decimated as San Francisco was on offense, because apparently everyone on that fucking team for offense didn't want to play. Well, I shouldn't say didn't want to, but didn't play. And I mean, as decimated as the Rams are on offense, they still managed to pull out a win. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this, throwing the ball 1,000 times will be good practice for Caleb Williams, and they pull one out in the end, and I lose my 11 points. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, you kind of come out a winner in the end.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah. Okay, I hope you all made fun of my terrible scores. My picks last week were an absolute dead last. I don't think I got very many right.
You got 3.
I got 3. Got 3. So take what I
we get funny. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. Please do. That counts. The rest of these guys, for those who are listening to the show, they know what they're talking about here. I'm more or less just the moral person in the background with it. But I do bring you some interesting stats about the Philadelphia going down to Tampa Bay to host. Currently, 64% of all the population is voting for Philadelphia. And currently, the favorite in this one here, if I were to go back to my sports page, which just decided not to why are you showing me that? That is not what I wanted to show at all for this. Excuse me. There we go here. So it's Philadelphia favorite to win this game, 2.5 points, over under 45. Here's the thing. Philadelphia is still likely down several of their wide receivers. They've got 4 wide receivers out as of right now. It's not completely confirmed yet whether or not A.J. Brown is coming back or Devonta Smith, but it is believed that it is highly unlikely that at least both of them will be back at the same time within this week. That means that Philadelphia is going to be leaning heavy on their run game, which Saquon Barkley has been doing an awesome job. If you have Saquon Barkley on your team, does any of us have Saquon Barkley on our team?
Desmond does.
No, Desmond's got him.
He's got, man, that's a great point producer. He's currently leading the running back. He's RB1. He's awesome. Jalen Hurts not doing so hot with this, but that's because Saquon's doing a majority of the work. And they've got a couple of guys. Kenneth Gainwell still in the background, so he's doing good too. I think they're going to lean heavy on the run, and Tampa Bay is currently somewhere like in the 25, 28, 25th. They're 25th against the run. So they're not looking too hot. Now, in addition to that, Philadelphia isn't exactly too hot against the run either. They're 24 against the run. So both these two teams are pretty lousy against the run. However, the Rachaad White show has been lacking entirely this whole season so far. So it's been kind of a hard one to get behind in terms of what's happening with this. Baker Mayfield's been doing okay. He's been throwing to Godwin, throwing to Evans, so there's been some activity there. But I think there's going to be some running happening within this game, unless Baker decides to start opening up at home at home with Baker. So either way, this is, in my opinion, closer to a pick'em, like pick either or for this. It's at 2.5 points right now. And I tend to lean just a little bit more right now because Philadelphia is going to be kind of forced to do the run, and Tampa Bay has options. Baker's going to have options to throw to. He's got some people that he can possibly get with the run. So I'm going to lean on Tampa Bay, and I'm going to go kind of high with this one. I'm going to put 12 points on at home with Baker. Icehouse, your thoughts?
I don't know, man. I gotta go with Tampa Bay for 5. I don't really trust either team to get anything done right.
Fair.
So I'm gonna go low points.
Low points. That's very fair. Skinnnns.
Tampa's 25th in rushing yards against per game, and they did go up against Detroit, which is probably the only two outside of the Commanders and the Broncos who beat them. They're still, you would think they've been able to stop them on running a lot. But the Bucs are still, they're 25th rushing yards against per game, and the Bucs are 24th in total yards per game. Whereas the Eagles are second in total yards per game.
Oh yeah, the Eagles are tearing it up in yardage. Tampa Bay, this would be like their time to shine with this one.
Yeah, I like Philly doing a thing this week and showing the Bucs that they were not as great as we all thought they were the first couple weeks of the season. So I got 11 points on Philly.
11 points on Philadelphia. They are the Tampa Bay was who we thought they were. Good deal, Commish.
Yeah, I got 10 points on Philly.
10 points on Philly. It's going to be a split to you, Groady. What do you got?
I got 12 points on Baker Mayfield.
12 points on at home with Baker. That's a pretty even split on the pointage there, so that's good. That's going good for that. So that does it for the main picks for this. And again, I apologize. I'm late for this because I have various tornadoes and then coming home and family was all like, safe, oh good, we're going to bed. So that's where that is. It's time for going back down. Oh, and also give a quick toast again to Icehouse winning the week. Excellent work there, Icehouse. Well done for the first place decisions for that. It's going to start with you for quick picks. Time for quick picks. Going to go for quick picks. Quick picks. Dallas going to the New York Giants, and the Dallas is a 5.5 points favorite.
Oh, give me 15 on Dallas, man. They're gonna wreck them.
15 on Dallas. Skins.
I bet Dallas for the first time this season last week, and they killed me. And I would just love nothing more to see them lose again. So I'm going to be on the right side of history this week. And I'm going to take the Giants for 5.
The Giants for a 5. Commish.
I got 5 points on Dallas.
5 points on Dallas. Groady.
I got 4 points on the G-Men.
4 points on the G-Men. Oh, I think G-Men are riding a high, but I got to think that Dallas has at least some bit of defense to stop the Duke graduate. 4 points on the Cowboys for me. Going to Skins, you've got Hot Atlanta hosting New Orleans, and Atlanta is a 1.5 favorite.
I will take the underdog in New Orleans, and I will put them, give them a 7.
7 to the underdog New Orleans for that. Commish.
I got 14 on New Orleans.
14 on New Orleans for that. Groady.
I got 16 on the Falcons.
15 on the Falcons. Ooh, that
Max point.
good point. Is that max points this week?
No, 16
is.
is. He said 16.
Oh, he said 16. He's got max points on the Falcons. Do. Who is the guy that inducted himself in the last Falcons game? Who was that? Art? Someone? The current owner of the Falcons put himself on his own
Arthur
stadium.
Blank.
Arthur Blank, yeah, put himself on his own stadium.
Art Vandelay, Joe. Don't be ridiculous.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And
Okay,
That's like me making a trophy for myself.
that is. It is like making a trophy for yourself, which is like congratulations for that.
For those who listen, I make trophies, which is now it makes more sense.
Kubiak is awesome. 7 points from the Saints. Icehouse.
I got the 11 on New Orleans.
11 on New Orleans for that. Gotcha. Okay, Commish, you've got Green Bay hosting Minnesota. Green Bay is a 2.5-point favorite.
I got 13 on Minnesota.
13 on Minnesota. You have faith in Sam Darnold, huh? Or is it something else?
No.
I like
I
that.
just don't like the Packers.
Thanks, guys.
That's fair. Very fair. Groady.
I got 10 points, and it's on Minnesota, and that's primarily because of Brian Flores running that defense.
Very fair. That's very fair. All right. I am going to do Green Bay are ridiculous at home, but I'm not so confident. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Minnesota wins. 6 points on the Packers. Up to Icehouse.
Yeah, I got a dozen on Minnesota.
A dozen on Minnesota. And Skinnnns.
Yeah, Vikings defense is cooking. They held Houston to 7, the Niners to 17, and then the Giants to only 6, which is what good defenses do. You hold the crap teams to single-digit points. So I'm putting my default max points, 15 on the Vikings.
I like that there. I like that. Everyone's going Vikings except for me. It makes me think I'm doing something wrong. Probably. My score last week proves that. Groady, you've got the Indianapolis Colts hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh is a 2-point favorite.
I got 15 points on Pittsburgh. I think with the way that defense is playing and the way that Justin Fields is just kind of navigating their offense, it's legitimately the Colts game to lose. And I think with the way that Pittsburgh's defense playing, I got 15 on Pittsburgh.
15 on Pittsburgh. And I like the way you say that as well. I am also with you. I am happy Justin Fields is doing good. with a franchise that seems to take care of their quarterbacks, their team in a lot of ways. I'll join you, but only for a 13 on Pittsburgh. Go Justin Fields. Icehouse.
Jesus. I don't even like this game at all. I don't know. I'm gonna just do 1 on Indy.
This game likes you.
Yeah, this game might put you on your top 8 MySpace pages. One on Throw Me the Whip. Skinnnns.
Pittsburgh's defense has been great. Their offense, not much. The Colts' offense has the potential to go off, though, and that's the one I like. I think 7 out of 10 times these teams play, the Colts would probably beat them. So give me Anthony Richardson with the 8 over Pittsburgh.
Snowman in Indy. All right. And then to Commish.
It's sitting at a 2-point spread, so I got 3 points on Pittsburgh.
3 points on
I'm
Pittsburgh.
sorry, 13. 13 points on Pittsburgh. Yeah.
13, I was about to say. 13 points on Pittsburgh for that. A little bit of hope in Anthony Richardson. We shall see. Groady, to you, you've got the New York Jets hosting the Denver Broncos. New York Jets are a 7.5-point favorite. Jeez.
I've got 3 points on the Broncos.
3 points on the Broncos, and I think that seems high. The Denver has not been completely dead in the water. Yeah, I'm going to do 9 points on Denver myself. Back up to Icehouse. Icehouse.
I don't trust the Jets. Give me 13 on Denver.
Yeah.
That defense is fucking up, man.
There's that as well. There is very much that as well. Skinnnns.
Both defenses have been fairly equal this year. But then if you look at offense, the Jets, while not great, are better by about a third compared to Denver. Certainly a little, possibly more explosive, but I don't really care about this game. Or it could go either way with such a big spread. So I'm putting 1 on the Jets.
1 on the Jets. And then over to the Commish.
Yeah, I got 3 points on the Jets. Both defenses are great. Aaron Rodgers is more experienced than Bo Nix.
Got it there. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, me. I've got Carolina hosting Cincy. And Cincinnati is a favorite at 4.5. Is this game? Yeah, Carolina's starting. What's his face?
Red Rocket.
Andy Dalton revenge game.
Andy Dalton.
Right?
It's not really a revenge. It's more like an alumni.
He was drafted by them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. All right, so Andy Dalton hosting his former team that dumped him off there. Cincinnati is 78% of people are really going for Cincinnati. Nah.
Don't believe it.
No way. I think look at what he did in the last game. I don't have a lot of faith in this. All right, 2 points on the Red Rifle for me. Icehouse.
I don't like this game either. Give me 2 points on Joe Burrow. Fuck it. I don't
2
care.
points on Burrow's offense.
Not even worth it.
Skinnnns.
Andy Dalton is the only quarterback this year to throw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in the same game. He's looked good. I watched a bunch of the game, and Chuba Hubbard actually looks really good too. And Cincinnati gives up a lot of. I'm surprised they only gave up a little over 100 to Washington last night. I thought they were going to give up a lot more rushing yards. I did have some rushing props on that, some cash, some didn't. But at any rate, I like Carolina's look, and I like them for 12 points over the Bengals.
12 points over the Bungles. Commish.
Yeah, I got 6 points on Cincinnati.
6 points.
Although I
on...
think, let's see. Well, yeah, I don't know what to make because all the damn offs. I don't know who's favorite. Or I mean, in this game, I know who's favorite underdog, but I don't know where I'm at underdog favorite wise. So that might change depending.
Gotcha.
Because it would be funny if Andy Dalton had himself one hell of a game and he sent them to an 0-4. You're not going to the playoffs. Your season's done.
And they play Baltimore next.
That'd be great.
Cincinnati plays Baltimore next. We might be looking at an 0-5 Cincy.
Out of the 255 teams that started a season 0-3, only 6 have ever made the playoffs.
Oh.
So it's already not looking good for the Bengals. If they go to 0-4, forget about it. They're done.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
So 6 currently on the Bengals for the Commish. Groady.
I'd love to have 6 on the Red Rifle, but I think, last week was great for him to come in and do what he did, but Cincinnati is not looking to go 0-4. So, yeah, I think they get their first win here. 6 on the Bengals.
On the Bengals for that. All right. Back up to the top, Icehouse. You've got the Houston Texans hosting Jacksonville Jaguars. Houston is a 7-point favorite.
All right, max points, Houston.
Max
points on
the rowdy Stroudy Piper.
We got to put Trevor Lawrence out there again? Woo!
Yeah.
World.
Oh, no.
Here comes nothing.
Yeah. Skinnnns.
This is a divisional game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both teams will be looking to get right after some abysmal performances last week. So I think they will both come ready to play. And when teams are looking to do that, and you make it a division game, I'm going to put my money on the team getting the points, and I'm going to put 6 on the Jaguars.
6 on the Jaguars. Commish.
He almost made a big statement there, and then he went 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, then I was looking at what I had left first.
Let's see. I'd say 2 teams coming off of bad losses. You're probably looking at the home team to try and make the bigger statement, which would be Houston in this case. And the more important fact is, in Trevor Lawrence's last 8 games, he has not won any of them. 4 points on Houston.
Ooh. That is 4 points. Houston's was Groady.
Yeah, that's just, I was going to say, they were just showing that yesterday during their game. I've got 7 points on Houston.
7 points.
Yeah, I'm switching.
I think Jacksonville's defense, which is what the problem was in that game against Buffalo, really, because Buffalo, they didn't even have to fucking, punt.
Yeah, that's tough. As everyone has probably seen in earlier episodes of this show, I had traditionally put max points on Miles Jack. As the Commish has pointed out, I believe, a couple of years ago.
You're facing me in our league. You have to put max points on Miles Jack's former team.
I don't think so.
It's only right.
The commissioner pointed out that for 3 years I put max points on Miles Jacks while the Jaguars had simultaneously some of the worst seasons that they've ever had. And I really only won like 2 or 3 games every single time that I did that. Obviously, losing as many points as I did last week, this is not a smart decision to do. So I'll still, I like Miles Jack and everything, but Jacksonville, my God, guys, you guys gotta do something better here. I'm going opposite on this. Sorry, guys. Max points on Houston. Sorry, Miles Jack.
Ooh, get out of here with that.
I think I might pick the Jacksonville now. I think John just cursed Houston.
Yeah, I say who's switching now?
I might have to.
Yeah, John just cursed Houston to lose.
Yeah, like the fact that I would max points on Houston does not make me comfortable anymore.
Right?
Keep joining. I'm trying to support you, Icehouse. I have so much support for you.
God damn it.
You ruined everybody's pick, John. Damn it, pick Jacksonville.
Damn it, John, guess again.
Yeah, wrong. Yes.
Uh,
Let's see. I think Icehouse started that one. So Skinnnns, you're going to get San Fran hosting the New England Patriots, and San Francisco is a 10-point favorite.
Who's up? You were breaking up for me.
You are up there.
Yeah.
You are up, Skinnnns,
Okay.
and it is you have San Francisco hosting the New England Patriots as San Fran is a 10-point favorite.
Joe, didn't you have some stat with your 10 plus point favorites?
I don't have it
Was
open.
that one of your things you were?
But yeah, 10 pluses, it's usually the favorite.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning. It's usually the favorite will cover, and I think New England traveling cross country to San Francisco. What is it, 3:00 game? Okay. I still don't like it either way, but I'll put my 2 on the Niners.
2 of the Niners there. All right. Commish?
Hang on. There's my stat sheet.
DraftKings
Well,
currently has it at a even 10-point favorite.
I've got 1 point on the game. I've currently thrown it. What's their face? San Francisco's way. But I just saw a thing on Facebook, and I can't find it now because I didn't save the image, and I don't remember what page it was on. But the largest so far this season, whatever team has been up against the largest spread has outright won the game all 3 weeks.
Something to keep in
So,
mind for that.
doesn't bode well for San Francisco, but I'm going to put 1 point on them anyway.
That makes sense.
I mean, it is West Coast. It is, east to west, but
yeah.
Yeah, I got 1 point on it. I'm throwing it the Patriots way.
I'm also going to put my 1 point on the Patriots. I thought I heard today that the underdogs are winning considerably when the point spread is 5.5 or higher. So I thought I saw something that was like a 60 some odd percent that the underdog is winning when the spread is 5.5 and higher. The commission knows this better than I do with this. I think I heard this maybe on the Ballers or something like that. But I'm going to go 1 point to the Patriots. So not too much with that. Icehouse?
I got, what is it? 3 on New England. I don't like any part of this game.
You guys are the third game that you don't like. Well, what's up, man?
I don't like either team. They're both inconsistent.
That's fair. That is fair.
Well, if it stays at over 10, it'll be the first over 10 game this season, at least as far as our pick'em goes. But on this short season, the 7.5 to 10 point spreads have all gone the way of the underdog. They're 0-4.
Oh.
But 3.5 to 7, it's 10 out of 24. I don't know what 5.5 or greater is. I don't have that metric.
That's fair. It's only point. Hopefully, that's not so much for that. Commish, though, we're going to start with you. You have the Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Cleveland Browns, and the Raiders, going to guess, are the favorites. Oh, they're at the top of my list here. Raiders are the favorites by 1.
Yeah, I got 16 on this game, and I hate every single one of those points. I'd love if one of these two teams could stay consistent.
So with a lot of fans around here.
I'm just gonna take the Raiders.
For the Raiders, 16 points. Raiders. Groady.
I got 14 points on it, and I'm throwing them the Raiders way. I trust Gardner, the stash, Minshew.
The guard, dude, he is the stash. He is still the stash. This is very true for this. This is a hard one. Who's everyone going for? Everyone's going for Las Vegas right now. Something's telling me to go Browns. I'm gonna put a snowman on the Browns. For me, Icehouse.
I have. What was it? Sorry. 3. Which game was it? I had it.
Browns Raiders.
Oh. Yeah, I got 3 on the Browns.
3 on the
No,
Browns.
4 on the Raiders. Sorry.
4 on the Raiders. Oh, wrong spread list for that. Makes sense. That's the system. Icehouse
12
does
and a
have
potato.
a system. Yeah, right. Yeah, take a potato on the team.
Yeah, it was like, hey,
Yeah, they're both one-win teams, but at least the Raiders win against the Ravens. And the Browns' only win has come against the Jaguars, and they lost to the Giants. Raiders probably would have won against Carolina if Andy Dalton didn't start, but he did, and he torched them. So, and I like Pierce as a head coach for the Raiders. He gets them up. So I'm not huge on it. It's a 1 point, so it could push 2. So I'm gonna put low. I'm gonna go 3 on the Raiders.
3 on them Raiders for that. All right. We go to Groady. Groady, you have one of the Monday night games, Miami Dolphins, and whatever team that they have hosting the Titans. The Titans are 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah, I got 13 points on Tennessee because I have no idea who's going to be out there for quarterback for Miami, but I don't think it's going to win in that game. So
Yeah, it's hard. It's got to be hard to be Dolphins fans right now because you don't have much of a team, unfortunately. Well, you have a team. It's just I don't know who's captaining on the quarterback side with that. Yeah, I got to join you on that one. I only got 2 high picks. I, you know what? I'm gonna put some faith on Miami that they've got Waddle, they've got Tyreek Hill, and that someone can throw to these people. Bring on Josh McCown or Tannehill or someone to come back on to throw for them, right? Bring on Fitzpatrick. 14 points on the Dolphins. Please, that's going to be wrong, everyone. Let's listen to some real things here. Icehouse.
I'll take 6 on Miami.
So it's Miami for that, right? Skinnnns.
I think this might be the Titans. What is this? Their first win? They've lost all 3, right? Yep.
yeah,
Yep, they're 0-3.
Yeah, I think they can. Speaking again, the only other win the Dolphins have is against Jacksonville. We've all seen how that goes. Dolphins only put up 3 points last week. I'm pretty sure the Titans, who've put up 14, 17, and 17, looks like they'll cover that small little spread, I'm going to guess. I got a 1 point spread I'm showing now. I think the Titans can. Oh, shit. Titans are getting a point?
Titans are favored by 1.5, according to my list here.
Oh, okay. DraftKings right now is Titans +1. Either way, it's essentially a pick 'em one way or the other. I think the Titans will win by. They'll be able. I mean, they might just pull a Steelers in Washington and kick 6 field goals in the game, which would be more than enough to beat Miami. So I got 14 on Tennessee.
14 on Tennessee. Commish.
I got 15 points on the game. I'm going to go Tennessee Titans way because your 3 options for quarterbacks for the Miami Dolphins are the currently questionable Skylar Thompson, and not just because of his poor throwing style, but because he is listed as questionable, Tyler Huntley or Tim Boyle.
No.
Yeah. That is some.
Go get him.
Yeah. My goodness.
I don't see that going Miami's way.
I don't see it either. Making me question my pick, but I'm going to stick with it. Stick with it. Okay, I've got the last one. Detroit is hosting a Monday night game against Seattle. And I like pizza. Go Geno's Pizza. 15 points on pizza. Icehouse.
Womp womp womp. I'd take 14 on Detroit style pizza.
Ooh.
Thank you very much.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. So Battle of the Pizzas. Skinnnns. Which pizza do you like?
I'm currently going to go for. I mean, the Seahawks have given up 20 to the Patriots and 20 to the Broncos.
Wow.
I like Detroit's
wrecked.
odds of putting up well more than 20 against the Seahawks. So give me my last 13 points on Detroit style pizza.
Detroit style pizza for 13. Commish, what's your pizza choice?
I got 7 on Detroit's deep dish.
7 on deep dish Detroit. And Groady, last pick.
9 points on Detroit deep dish.
Everyone's going
Wow.
Detroit deep. The cheese. Geno's Pizza stands alone.
Yeah. Your cheese pizza stands alone because it's got no toppings. Get out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody wants that.
That's so funny. That'll do it for the show this week. Thank you for joining us on the Duff Pickem AllStars. If you like anything, I don't know how you like, comment, and subscribe on this from how this is being broadcast now. I have no idea. But if you're on YouTube still watching this, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you like anything. Hell, if you subscribe, I might get you a hat, especially if I know you for that here. By the way, the Around the Horn scores, we got the leader for this week is, I didn't mention this last week. That's what these points are adding up down below. The Commish last week won, Skinnnns last week won 52 points. Commish with 51 points. Groady 44 points. Icehouse with 24 points. And then this week we've got the winner is the Commish with 35 points. Groady 32 points. Skinnnns with 28 points. And Icehouse with a point. So congratulations there. Folks, we will see you around on the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.
Okay.